fly here that's really annoying me. Just fuck, it's like right on the keyboard. Hello internet and welcome to Civilization 5 part 25. Now last time we wiped out, along with help from our last remaining allies, the Iroquois, we wiped out the Zulus. We basically just got one more city. We actually gave Beshbalik back to the Mongols, which was a stupid move because they still fucking hate us. And the Iroquois got the second Alundi because Trufso was originally Alundi, but man. Yeah, we were buying out city-states because I was worried about the World Congress because I think of it kind of as a cheap victory, but it's when you've got this many civilizations on the same map, it's often the easiest one is the diplomatic victory. And especially since Greece has a special ability which means that their influence takes longer to degrade, that means that they tend to buy up the allies really quickly, which means that they get that victory really easily. So in an effort to try and stop that, I started buying them as well. Unfortunately, a lot of them have stopped being my friend because they were on one side or another. They were taking Greece's side because Greece attacked the Iroquois, and since the Iroquois are one of my last remaining allies and Greece is a pretty big power military wise, I don't want them to start getting attacked. I know Korea and India are also at war with them, but the main place at threat there, unless Korea decides to attack me, is our Akwesasne. Sorry, Akwesasne. So yeah, now I'm at war with Greece. Hopefully I'll get some territory off them, and hopefully that'll take some of their economic power away, which means that it'll help me, first of all, defending the Iroquois, because I care very much about that. But also, it will just help me getting city-states back. It does mean that I've lost a lot of friends that weren't allies yet, that Greece had as allies, which were giving me happiness and other benefits, but sometimes wars have a price. I could actually take back Tuscany, because that was one that I originally named, which is why it's stupid, and gave back. Well, I gave it to Greece because I sort of stole Mad. Well, they were on the brink of taking it and I just sort of snatched in there, so I felt, you know, whilst I'm not going to give you Madrid, Mad, I'll give you whatever Tuscany was, which I think it was Rotterdam or something, I don't know. Anyway, probably should just get on with most of our military sort of hanging about coming back from Africa. They'd just gotten out of Sofia. I wanted to make sure of that because if Sofia starts attacking them, that's not a good way to start the war. I have still got loads of artillery and I've now actually got Great War Infantry, and infantry was something that I was running out of. Hopefully I don't start running out of it again, but I'm going to keep producing units where I can. Also, I've been building railroads to various places just to speed up movement where I can. I think I should also take Ephesus because that's blocking the way between Pay and Mad, and that's really annoying without having open borders with them, because it means that if I want to get to Pay, I have to basically go a really roundabout way like this, or end up going round through the desert. Actually, I can't even go through those mountains, so the only way I can get to it is actually by sea, because it's basically surrounded by either Greece or mountains. Also, we just started building some wonders around here. We're building factories in a lot of places, it seems, as well. So, for now, we're not producing military units here, but we should, as soon as they're done, get them. And also, I think we're gonna, whenever somewhere's available that it would be useful to produce a military unit, we will, because I think Greece is also pretty high-tech, relatively speaking, and not a lot of places go for high-tech. It tends to just be a couple of civilizations. Oh, and also, we've got one ship in our navy that's just coming around here. We've also got a great general with us, which is always helpful. Your wife has made peace with Hanoi. I think they were an ally of Greece, but then I got them back before I declared war, just so I didn't declare war on them as well. Now, you may think Pedro would still be my friend from this, but I've backstabbed people basically, actually. Now he's saying I should go to war with Catherine, but I see no actual reason to do that, and since you're not my friend, I don't really actually have any point in this, so no point. We've already fought together, so if that's not enough, stuff it. I'm not going to be aggressive towards them because they're just sort of neutral in this, and I get it at this point because my empire is a bit out of control considering I've got France, Spain, the Zulus, the Netherlands, bits of Korea, bits of China, bits of the Ottomans, bits of Indonesia, although I don't think I've been to war with Indonesia. My worker was captured, oh dear. Where? Sydney, well, Pitt can fire. Orbiton is starving. Orbiton's starving, that's unusual. Well, they have got people in the Musicians Guild, and whilst I like the great musicians here, food's kind of more important. It's possibly happiness that's having a big effect on that as well. Anyway, we need to fire on these guys. They're going to be going straight for Pate. Strength-wise, go for range units first. The Lancers won't be able to do much, they're just there for quick little attacks. So if I actually get rid of the riflemen, that'll be more productive. Unfortunately, I didn't start this war in the best of strategic positions to start with, so I'm just going to have to go help out however I can right now, whilst maintaining a distance from being fired on by cities. Vancouver's also at war with me, so this is basically like a gulf of death, and so is Laventa, so it's kind of difficult for this ship to get in here without being fired on by pretty much everybody. Oh, I'm going to be fired on by that trireme, but whatever. Ooh, a submarine. Whilst I would say that, like, it's just so long to get around there because we don't have the Suez Canal. You can't build that anyway. I think it was something about canals in Civilization 6, so you're not doing that thing with navies because that makes economic sense to build canals like that. Also, strategic military sense. I wouldn't mind some more ships, but if I'm honest, infantry is probably more important. You're in a good position to actually get that down there, so some artillery wouldn't mind. Get some infantry as well. I know you can produce naval units, but they're literally confined to this, so it's kind of pointless. Get some infantry yet. Oh, we get to assign delegates in a vote. I'm going to vote down on both of these. Hopefully people agree with me, but this is why it's important that I get back some control in the World Congress, because they're just banning luxuries at this point to get at me. Let's build a dig site there. We have got some infantry here now. Don't want to go charging in just yet though. Priority would be to defend Pate. And another dig site here. I'm a bit worried about Korea going after the Iroquois, but I think they can handle themselves. I'm helping them anyway, so it's sort of, they have to fight some of their own battles, I can't help them at every turn. I just want to check how Satanism spread quickly. I know it's not the best time, but apparently the Aztecs and Mongolia were at war. They're now at peace. Seems to have spread throughout most of Africa. There's still some Buddhist places in former Zulu country. Unit was killed. Which one? I've got 14 fucking wonders. Over here, oh, they overstep their bounds when they need to. I'm guessing that one was a bit vulnerable. You guys have got a university, that's good. Just gobble gobble Tufso, Maestro and La Bamba to go. You guys could do a workshop just to increase production because you've got pretty much nothing right now. To be fair, most of those places are working on a university right now, so we might get Oxford University at some point, but what's the guarantee that the Greek cities have universities? You have very little food. Go for an aqueduct. Yeah, go for a workshop, you. We have a new policy to adopt. Let's go to freedom. Now we can get a level 2 policy here. So we can get 6 maintenance free units. They're foreign legions, which means that their riflemen, they're slightly worse than the Great War Infantry. They're slightly better than the riflemen, so that would be quite useful right now. Urbanization, local happiness from hospitals and water mills, that sort of thing. We haven't got medical labs yet, so. Combat strength for cities. I don't feel like my cities are that under assault. I know Pate is slightly, but it's sort of... It's not a massive problem. I get them back. Ooh, produce +4 of the appropriate yield on great person improvements. That could be very useful. Specialists in cities produce half the amount of normal unhappiness. Plus golden age is longer. Extra production with military units. And extra influence from military unit gifts. Oh, I had to go for volunteer army. It's just sort of a must do. It's just a fun one. It's just like instant big army right there. They are already attacking. That might be Korea, but the Iroquois are already getting attacked. So these have appeared next to Rome. Strength 42. What's your strength? 50. I have actually got more seats than Arabia, which means that I do get to make a proposal. International games I'm not going to be able to do at the moment very well. Embargoing places could work, and no one's going to agree to a world ideology or a world religion. Since I don't think anyone else has got an ideology, let's go for getting freedom as that as soon as possible, because they tend to start going for order, but they've got no real incentive to vote against it apart from to piss me off. Sydney is actually going to try and attack me here, so unfortunately I will have to retaliate. Mad can fire. Just on this Lancer though. What is that? Winged Hussar. I think they're a city state gift, because I think Winged Hussars are Hungarian or something. Don't pay attention to the Lancers, what matters is the riflemen here. Actually the Lancers are right next to me, and Winged Hussars are, from what I get, kind of badasses, so just deal with them. I'm not sure I don't think these guys can be upgraded because they're foreign legions. They're not like a unit actually in the hierarchy. It's just sort of, these are freedom units. They're your volunteer reserve. I'm going to get right up into Ephesus because that's the first place I actually want to take right now. Just because it's easy to attack from the sea. We got plenty of infantry coming in. It's just they're coming from Rome, so they might take a little while. I would just keep building railways wherever possible. Although, in this area they're kind of in harm's way. Yeah, well, it wasn't in my interest, so, you know, what do you expect? Oh, Pate's kind of getting in a bad position here. It has got a pretty good defense though, so hopefully it stands up. It's just basically surrounded by the Greeks. So I just need to get there in time. The artillery are priority here, and just about destroyed half of them, so I would just prioritise charging towards Pate at the moment, even if it means ignoring some other units. Some support would be good. I can't really get to them from here though, with this ship. I just sort of have to sit here and attack Ephesus. That's kind of making me nervous there, because I know they'll capture this worker, so just gonna go back a little bit. Okay, Maestro. Just go for a monument. It's a really simple culture building. La Bamba. Have you got a library? You've got a library, but you haven't got a university. I think it's just Trefso and La Bamba so far. Oh, and there's also Gobble Gobble, but that's nearly done as well. So providing we don't take anything until then, and providing we build Oxford University within that time, we'll build Oxford University. Yeah, whatever. I'm safer just to assume everybody's denounced everybody at this point, other than people that I know are my allies. So this is what happens when I try and build an empire. Everyone just gets at each other's throats, but if I don't, then people unite around me to fuck up the empires. Don't have anywhere for this to heal right now, this ship, so really my option is just to keep it in the corner. Apart from like just buying that tile there just for a bit of healing, which I may as well do when I get my turn.
Aeronautics, industry, or science.
Cool, I'm not probably going to be building air units because I haven't actually got any oil, but it's nice to have the option when I do get the oil. But that's a point. Workers around need to start getting at the oil, don't they? Oh, you go build a well. There's some oil there. Anywhere else that we have oil? Other than in the sea? No. Oh Jesus, there's a lot of them here. But still focus on the artillery. Prioritize attacking where we can, but just getting extra workers along the way wouldn't hurt. You move away to there to heal. What sort of position are we in to get units down there? You can get units down to Tuscany, but that's about it. They're kind of removed from this. Oh, there's dig sites about as well. If you want archaeologists to go do that. You got university in Gobble Gobble now. Jesus, this is no production. I mean, I guess a workshop, it would double its production. It was going to take forever, but oh well, what can you do? Right, as for our next technology, we've got plastics, electronics, ballistics, and combustion. Immediately, plastics is the most appealing here. Electronics is useful, but mainly just for carrying an atomic bomb, because you get a carrier with that, and I don't really go for flight that much. Ballistics, you get a machine gun, but it's got low range, just like the Gatling gun, and anti-aircraft gun only works whenever people have got flight, and I don't think they have, because they haven't got ideologies. When you get into modern era, you get an ideology. And combustion's just a destroyer and extends the range of land trade routes, so plastics it is. Plus you get a wonder with that. And a research lab, which is useful for science, and then the infantry, which are quite a step up from the Great War infantry. It's an awful lot of gold, and you don't have gold per turn to give, so I'm okay with that. Plus, I'm assuming I have silver to spare. Yes, I do. Big lump sum there. Might use that to buy off a city-state. Fuck off. Or might use that to buy a unit. However, Pate's not dead yet, so I really don't need coal. Citrus. And fuck off. Grand River is Greece now. Shit. I didn't really think of protecting the Iroquois in this. I was going for protecting my own first, but hopefully we can get that back before the war's over, but it might just be a casualty at this point. Losing my grasp on Malacca. It's over here, but having a friend in the world is quite useful, considering these give me happiness. I'll try and get them up to being my ally, because then I got even closer to nudging them off of being the World Congress hosts. I'm being attacked by Sydney here. Priority is getting the Gatling guns. Right now Korea is blocking my way quite a lot of the time, and that's really annoying. But I can't really afford to go to war with Korea right now, so I'm just gonna have to ignore them. Should I make getting back Grand River my priority? I think saving Pate first of all is the priority, because it is surrounded right now. Firebolt, I want to keep you free for Oxford University when Labamba and Truster finish their universities, which will be 12 turns. So I don't want something that will take too much longer than 12 turns. It's just units still. I think we're running a bit low on artillery, so priority here. Still units. For most of them are kind of useless. Most of the naval ones are kind of useless. Infantry. You're kind of far removed from all of this. Just go for, I guess, a zoo to keep happiness up. Hydro plant would not go amiss given your river. We are now at the front. Deal with the winged hussars, I guess. How did you end up down here? I guess if you need it anywhere, it's just sort of around a Sinica. Seeing as this is quite a big force, I'm going to divert some of it down to Grand River just to take that back for the Iroquois, because I don't feel like it's fair that they suffer. Antwerp is now Greece's ally. That's pretty worrying. We've got the Eiffel Tower.
We live only to discover beauty. All else is a form waiting.
Loads of tourism from that and happiness. You heal up. Attack. You're going down to deal with this, I think. You'll be helping. So I say like half and half roughly. These lot will go over there. These could go down there. Finish hotel in Grapeville. I think that just means we need more units. Especially artillery. Pate itself would be good to get Actually, you know what? Defences here, castle. I know they aren't really attacking the city itself very much, but still. Watermill seems quite good here because it's got a big river running through it, trust so. Go for a granary because it's very basic food thing. It's usually the first thing I get in a city when I'm actually founding one. So half of this is sort of going for getting a thesis, but half of it's also protecting paint. We're okay. You would give me Grand River. No, mate. You half that city's population. It's not going to be that easy. You don't just get peace just to give that back as soon as you've done the actual damage. Sydney's still attacking Caroline, but it will stand strong. I gave it defences for a reason. Another worker's been captured. They have retreated somewhat, so I can actually focus my efforts on capturing things now. Well, naturally attacking these cannons to begin with would be a good start. Okay, frigates coming back, because we're coming down on a thesis right now. Quickly deal with the workers there. That does count as that ship's turn, unfortunately, but getting rid of some workers isn't a bad thing there. We're just getting into position. This can actually fire right now. However, we're thinly spread with artillery at the moment. Just take that quickly. You guys return to fight a thesis. You'll also be going on to Tuscany, which is why we've got more people over here. Sadly, this Lancer is basically bait at this point, but it wasn't going to do much anyway, it just couldn't get up there. Another great general's been born. And these guys can fire on, well, Congolese. Well, they don't know what they're doing over here, so they can fuck off. Oh, but they're civilians, they're not part of this one. Fuck off, Geneva Conventions. Oh, we've got Pyrrhus, that's gonna go well, isn't it? For those of you who don't know, he's the namesake of a Pyrrhic victory. I mean, he did win, it's just not exactly the best of situations, is it? Safe attacks from all these guys. Just attack it with these guys first to see if I can actually take it. Don't think I will, but next turn probably. You can immediately fire on Grand River. I think it's going well overall. We've nearly got a thesis. We're going to give back Grand River when we take that. The artillery are really good because they can't be fired on whilst firing. Well, unless there's ranged units. I'm sorry, but I'm not just giving you ivory for free. There's a line. I mean, I can get when they're asking for charity, but it's sort of, oh, they think that's just a regular deal, not just, can you help me out this one time? Pedro and Catherine are at war? I mean, Pedro did ask me to help out with that, so it's hardly surprising. Right, however, I mean, I did actually give you a city, so I don't know why you're so fucking angry at me, but whatever. Malacca and India are now allies. That's a shame, but there's not really anything I can do about that. Statue of Liberty is done in Orbiton.
Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free, the wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send these, the homeless tempest tossed to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door.
As a sort of symbol of freedom in America, there's a kind of cruel irony to that, isn't there? Ooh, a new policy as well from that. And we just get a level 1 here though. Specialists consume less food. More gold with trade routes with other freedom ideology. No one goes for freedom unless it's like the second person. It's just like 2 people go for freedom. Everyone else goes for order, or one person usually goes for autocracy. I'm gonna bet that's gonna be Greece. Avant-garde, more great people. Culture from each great work. Chances of rigging elections in 6 states double. I mean, it usually succeeds. The more great people is tempting. You are having some problems with food, so go for a hospital. Our economy's going downhill. It would be good just to get some economic buildings. I feel like we've got enough units for the moment to attack them. Not quite a win there, but it's just to get these units out of the way, really. Okay, we're going to take a thesis this turn. Just make sure my cities fire. They seem to be sending ships over to Batman. That's not going to work. Gobble Gobble and Roast are starving. However, they don't really have a lot of citizens, so it's sort of like, I can't really do anything like from that for now. And we take a thesis just like that. Nice. Annex it. We're still not rioting if we annex it, so that's cool. Does mean we've also immediately just linked Ephesus to it anyway, so that's nice. And also Pate's linked back into the Empire. Next up is Tuscany. Don't know if I'm going to push on to Sparta or Corinth or even Athens, but to be honest, Greece kind of pissed me off. I'm not going to wipe them out because that would involve loads of island hopping and I wouldn't have the happiness to deal with it. It would just mean, you know, most of their empire is based on Southeast Asia, which, whilst they've got some money coming in from there, it's not going to fuel their entire economy if they haven't even got the capital. It's just how much am I willing to take for my happiness' sake. So I might need to start bracing with happiness buildings. As soon as we get visibility, we can attack. Well, not as soon as but they can set up an attack after this turn. Ephesus has adopted Satanism straight away, that's nice to know. Tuscany must be like one of the most religiously diverse places at the moment. It's got 5 out of the 7 religions. I'm gonna guess the Americas, Hinduism basically has a monopoly on. Weirdly, the city's completely survived despite India and Korea being at war with it. And Greece. But Korea seems to be mainly taking it out by just getting in my way. Miletos isn't just worth it. You know what, I could burn that to the ground because it's just desert. Yeah, a few promotions here. Probably best just to give you proper promotion. Just out of interest. No, Ephesus, of course it doesn't have a university. Artillery fire, attack, and there we go. Liberate. Done. Pay doesn't need defending at this point, it can do it itself. I feel like pushing on towards Sparta and Athens. Wouldn't mind Neuschwanstein. It's a mountain thing, so where else but Pate? Cowland again. I feel like someone should go up and defend it, but it's holding its own. It's only up against Gatling guns, which can't really take anything on their own. And the pikeman doesn't seem to be doing anything. Yes, brace for happiness things, because we need happiness buildings where we can. Wheatley can also fire, this time on an actual unit, so we're not breaking any laws or ethics, that sort of thing. It's a really annoying position with the mountains here, so some of these guys I think should just go on to deal with, well, just protect Pate at first, but Corinth for Sparta. We're for Sparta because you know it's more fun, as all good tactical decisions are based. And I'm not reviving whoever owned this city originally. A lot of places are starving. Oh well, it's not like anything I can do about it. I already took the city. Oh shit, my ship's gone. Losing grasp on Singapore, that's not great. Attack, destroy that pirate, privateer, whatever, same thing. They basically are actually, so I'm actually more accurate when I'm saying that this time. I was also getting Malacca up to... Oh, India got them. Yeah, I'm not going to surpass that, just keep them as friends. Yeah, I mentioned the economy, so stock exchange. Plus that gives me happiness. Take out these guys, decisively destroy these cannons, set up an attack, make sure my city's attacked. Vegemite's being attacked by something. A settler of all things, fuck off. You were going nowhere near me. Settle my arse crack. Construct oil well here. And send Pyrrhus down to Arabia. The Arabian Peninsula, not Arabia as in the civilization. Attack these guys. Can we get Tuscany this turn? Who knows? Let's see. Maybe just. Come on. Yes, you think you can. Got Tuscany as well. Annexing that. Don't even know whose it was originally, but I don't think you can liberate now. People are livid. Well, that's already named, that's helpful. Just quickly, whilst I remember. Seeing as there's stone there, it's not really a town name, but go for stoned. As the Orctus spent much of his youth. If they sue for peace now, I would go for it. It's just if they don't, I'm gonna keep going until I get whatever I need. Just attack as many units as I can to damage their military before they get a chance to stop me. That's at least one Gatling gun down there now in Camelland, that's good. Need to get a courthouse in Tuscany as well. My guess is, have they got a university? They might have built one. Yes, they actually have. That's one nice thing. You're starving, you're starving, you're starving. Not really anything I can do to help that at the moment. Port Sam, I can help you starving because you've got plenty of food about. And Firebolton as well. You're my production central though. Ugh, come on. Archaeology things to do as well. Okay, so there's 2 in Orbiton that should have just finished. So you got the landmark improvements, but you also got the artifacts. This is classical era, so let's just go for it. Since it is in my territory, some landmarks. And over here, that's another Roman artifact. Beads. Another landmark. Mayor's got the Louvre, but from what I remember, that's a social policy thing. Yeah, it's exploration, which I could have got. That would have actually helped me in quite a few bits, actually. But I just went for freedom before then. Well, I went for rationalism before then. Yerevan. What's happened in Yerevan? What the fuck happened with Yerevan? Did I just discover them or something? Oh, it's all the way down here. Oh, I think I didn't even know they existed. Quite a few people getting promotions here. You don't need to do that immediately. You can just heal up in good time. I would wait before we go in on the attack with these guys. Still, the settler seems determined. But you know, I don't have any qualms about firing on civilians, so I don't really mind. We can attack from behind with these guys. You guys can very quickly get over here, that's nice. I'm hoping we get peace at some point soonish. Oh, by the way, it's a new century. It's the 1900s now. Happiness buildings are always good. Milton Keynes doesn't really need anything else to my knowledge. Ooh, there's a great musician from Korea there. John Adams. Not heard of him as a musician, more just the president, but they can do great works, but also to boost tourism in a certain place, they can do concert tours. I'm gonna have to attack Korea at some point as well, because they just snatch up Grand River now that I've given it back to the Iroquois, because they're not going to attack Greece. Then we're going to have problems. Oh, someone else has adopted an ideology. Arabia's got order, of course they have. Gonna guess, because Arabia, me, and Greece are the big players here. Greece will go for autocracy. Hopefully Iroquois will join me with freedom, and then most of the other people will go for order. This one's taken like all the fire, but it does mean that it's dead now. Great scientist has been born in Port Sam. Mary Leakey. Where's there space for an academy? Here. That'd do me nicely. You guys heal up immediately. I mean, again, happiness buildings. I know a stadium takes a while, but still. Oh, economy as well. Heal affairs at peace. Now. Okay, I'm ready for peace. But I want a city. Oh, Jesus, I have quite a bit. Sparta. I'll try a few. Corinth. Okay. Argos. Let's try a bit further down the list. You know, the smallest city. Oh, you're willing to give Miletos away? Pergamon? Not that I'd be any use to me. Miletos. Well, no deal then. I'm raising this to the ground, taking Sparta, and then seeing what you say. Cause, don't know if you've noticed, I've got quite a military going. You can set up there. You can actually fire. Yeah, go for it. Ooh, nice shot. This artillery up here can move down. Seeing as Sydney seemed to have lain off for now, let's just do repairs. I think a trade route must have been plundered or something, because we're running out of that and our money's gone down at the same time. Yes, thank you for seeing the light. Brazil is now my friend again. I knew you'd come around. Silver. Can you pay 6? Yes. Thank you. Oil connected for Singapore. Good, good. You can fire on this cannon, and cannons are, well, all things are weaker when they're in the water. Ooh, Firebolton's got a new artillery here. I don't know, it feels like we're going to struggle with Miletus, so I might send it down there. I am raising that city to the ground, but I do just want to really stick it to Greece. I've got a lot of money banding around, and I now have got oil. So, I mean, unless I need to buy anyone off, I wouldn't mind getting a plane, and particularly a bomber. Great War Bomber is 790, unfortunately, but we'll have that in due time. We can produce that elsewhere. I mean, right now, just for Rome, I really just want those crabs, because I don't think I've even got crabs yet. And I know that sounds very bad out of context, but it'd be good for my happiness if I got crabs. Ephesus still hasn't got, or Stone, sorry, still hasn't got a university, so even if we waited for La Bamba, Oxford University is not coming this episode. You know what, I think planes can move from city to city, it just takes a turn. Now we have actually got our Gatling gun in there, and we can start firing on Miletos itself. Archaeologists go search this, dig site. So it's a bit tight because of the mountains, but get through. Although I haven't really used the space at Vancouver there, but whatever. I think you just need to get rid of these guys quickly, just so that they're out the way, and you just keep bombarding here. These Gatling guns do get on your nerves, so Veg, might go for a bank to beef up the economy. Can you even build anything finance-wise? No. Happiness stuff then. Thank you, it's good to be back in alliance with us three. Korea's still attacking the Iroquois though. However, I think they're handling it. If they do take anything, then I'm declaring war on Korea and getting peace with Greece immediately. Oh, fuck off, Aztecs. You are the puniest fucking thing. What's that one city? Oh, you got 3. Cute, and you're all the way over there. What are you gonna do? Polynesia I'm slightly scared of because they have actually got a navy. Oh, sadly that unit's dead, but it did take a lot of the fire. Its sacrifice was noted. We got Broadway.
Broadway is a main artery of New York cultural life. The hardened artery.
We get a free great musician.
Ben,
And we've also got plastics.
Just one word. Plastics.
Just a second. I need to go check on something. Okay, all is well. I just thought I heard shouting.
You finished?
No.
Oh, sorry.
I just thought there was an incident going on.
Oh no, we were just losing our minds. That's fine. Do carry on. Sorry.
Okay, so just getting down Sparta here. Might be able to take it this turn. Hang on, can you get past there to get in? No, you can't. So unless you do it. Oh wait, you can heal up. Cool. And we can also upgrade everyone to infantry when we actually... We do have a lot of money. It's just we don't have an economy anymore. Where did all that go? Oh Jesus, we're losing trade routes left, right and centre. Okay, we need to go deal with that. Yeah, Alexander keeps plundering trade routes, that's what's wrong. He's getting at my economy as well. 2 can play at that game. Well, my getting at his economy is destroying cities. His getting at my economy is actually systematically targeting trade routes. I'm not bitter. Because I'm about to take fucking Sparta. If you don't offer me a peace deal that I'm happy with, then I'm just going to have to take Athens as well. I wonder if you can do exclamation marks in cities' names. No reason. Okay, I am just happy, but I'm just going to have to go ruin that and make us go into revolt again. Wheatley, we don't need any more units. Just happiness, please. Or if you haven't got a bank or stock exchange, oh, you've got a stock exchange, so just stadium. We need all the happiness we can get. Oh, we got Enheduanna here. I've not heard of them. I'm assuming that's some worldly musician that I haven't heard of, or composer. Bank for... Oh Jesus, our economy is tanking. What the fuck happened? Where did all the money go? We seriously need money. Oh shite. A lot spent on building maintenance, a lot spent on unit maintenance. Okay, anywhere that's coastal needs to work on a trade route. Coliseum. Happiness where we can get it, because that's gonna really affect our economy negatively. Okay, next technology as well. Could go right into the atomic era, but battleships would be nice. Landships destroyers not really that worth it, but I want atomic theory, so let's go electronics. I'm gonna drop a nuclear bomb somewhere, and it might just be Seoul. That would be cool. I mean, it's the most populated city in the world right now, so maybe not. But whoever pisses me off next might be Greece. It'll probably be Greece. I know when I'm staring defeat in the face. Okay. Are you willing to give me a better deal then? Okay, fair enough. It's a big city. It's one of your main cities. I can get why you wouldn't want to give away Corinth. How would you feel about Halicarnassus? Miletos? No. If all you're giving me is Miletos, then we can say goodbye, okay? Oh, by the way, this has to be renamed to This is Sparta, because this is Sparta. I'm not really wanting to upgrade all of these to infantry yet, because it's not really worth the time, is it? Oh, go on then, just a few. We will get Miletos, it's just we've only got one artillery over here. And they're not really budging with these Gatling guns. But let's see what happens when I do take Miletos, because they might actually give me something else once I do. Which, by the way, is kind of inevitable. Okay, let's see what this is. Probably copyrighted. I'm gonna have to go Google that now. Enheduanna. Okay, well, let's try the piece itself. Nin Mishara.
Here is mint masala.
Fuck off, Christ's sake. No, it's the earliest known poet, so this must be like millennia old. Some of the oldest music, so I am probably actually allowed to play this. This is probably public access. Thank you, Google. Other search engines are available. I think I'm going to push on to Athens, because I really don't like the Greeks. Okay, you're going to go down to Miletos to finish that off if it's not already done by the time you get there. You've healed up now. You can come round to help with Athens. The Gatling guns are almost done. Means that I can actually get into Miletos. It's just that cannon and the city itself will still be firing on me. Oh, Tuscany can fire on someone. You attacking from the north now? Don't think so. You like to attack cities, so keep attacking them. Finish off that Gatling gun. You finish off this Gatling gun. Okay, Rome. We desperately need trade routes. Stock exchange here. Oh, we desperately need happiness as well. You can't really help out with that, so stadium over here. More artillery moving through. And just in case they don't tire of this, or Germany decides to declare war on me, or something along those lines, or if I need to teach Korea a lesson. But they're down to 2 cities, they're not gonna be causing the Iroquois too much trouble. Just check over here. No, not a scratch on it. They'll be damaging each other's militaries, but my borders are mostly protecting the Iroquois, so if I actually go to war with Korea, I'm probably doing them a disservice. And now we also have crabs, which makes us happy. You're nearly healed, and this one's pissing me off, so go away. Ooh, we've got a holy site here. How nice. Speaking of that, we're not going to get a chance to use it this turn, but I should start getting maybe get another great profit. Where would it be best placed though? Well, right next to Athens. I'm not going to use it this turn, this episode, sorry. Maybe, I don't know. Wittenberg recognised it, which means now friends with them. Still not going to beat them on Influence Arabia, and my economy's now net positive apparently. Not sure what I did, but maybe it's Wittenberg helping me out, I don't know. Who knew? Wait for support, please. The good thing about getting railroads around here is things have really started to speed up, movement-wise. I'm gonna guess Sparta hasn't. Oh, Sparta's got a university. I'm not taking Miletos because it's a shithole. The good parts have been taken by Stoned anyway. Nice to see Iroquois fending off Korea quite well. I'll finish off the episode when I burn Miletos to the ground. Well, when I start that, because it takes a while. But we're coming up for historically the time of the First World War. Holy shit! Well, yes. You're giving me that many cities. Lots of way to end the episode. Fucking hell. Miletos burned to the ground. I said it's useless. Yeah, fine. Whatever. Okay. Corinth. Let's view it. University. It hasn't got a university. Oh, it has got a university. Cool. Yeah, that's a big plus. Big sprawling city. It's gonna hurt my happiness. Oh, no. Puppet it first. Oh, I don't have the happiness for any of this. Or the money. Meseni. Or Misanai. I might want to gift a few of these. Because, in all honesty, what's this? Although, If I have got like more cities down here, like, I'm gonna get half of India through this, aren't I? Puppet it. Knossos. Keep that and puppet it. Pillage this. I pillage great work from Eritrea. View it. It's one island, it's not worth it. Raise it. And that is how the Great Greek War ended. We have got a revolution on our hands. We possibly need to step in with Korea, but I can handle that. I've got my own crisis. We've got a huge economic crisis. This war has cost us. This is basically our first world war, because... holy shit, what territory did we get there? Miletus, which has been burnt. Right, Corinth, Knossos. I mean, shit, we got most of India there. I mean, we might take Athens at some later date. But shit, man. Anyway, all that for the next episode, because this has been long enough already. At some point we will get Oxford University. But as it stands, holy shit, how many cities have we even got? Yeah, well, Miletus and Eritrea were burning anyway, so we will actually probably get Oxford University next time. Can also, a lot of places are in revolt and being puppeted right now. Shit, alright, how much of that from occupied cities? From population of puppeted cities, that's different. 15 from number of occupied cities. Oh, actually, if we get that thing that halves unhappiness created by specialists, a lot of that would go. Okay, we're banking on one social policy here. We're banking on, I think it's one of these that does that. All that to look forward to. This has been the big Greek war here. They require safe. We're burning a few places to ground that are useless. Wow. So what do they even have left? They've got Pergamon. They're basically the island cities here. Actually, I can check with them. They got Athens, obviously. They've also still got Argos, which is their big city, and Phasalos, also Rhodes. Phasalos, I think, was up here. Rhodes, yeah, Rhodes is there. So Argos is really the only other big place, and presumably that's some over here. Though Germany's actually a lot smaller than I expected then. I expected them to occupy some of this, but Greece pretty much owned India. Oh, Hanoi's angry with me. Oh, I'm at war with them right now. Oh, come on then. Be my fucking ally. There we go. Oh, I'm still at war with Almaty. A couple of places are still at war with me. Hopefully next time we'll get Oxford University. Finally, I'm hoping... Right. I still fucking... right. Let's not count Miletus or Eritrea, because they're going to be gone at some point. They're just going to be burnt over time. But how many cities have we got now? 30 cities. 32 if you count the ones that are burning to the ground. No wonder I'm fucking unhappy. Christ on a bike. I own... what? Wow. Number one on everything except approval, understandably. Because nobody likes me right now. Anyway, I've been Firebolt. This has been Civilization 5 Part 25.